Hi everyone, Simon Kiernan here, Saturday the 15th of September. Thanks again for watching weatherweb.net. I always remind you that the site's kept free of charge by the adverts you see around the screen. So if you see an advert you like, click on it, go through to the advertiser. It's that generates revenue for us, and it keeps the site completely free of charge. Now, there's been some more reports in the press about the extent of the Arctic sea ice and the fact that it's melted so rapidly. Those of you who watch regularly will know that we've been talking about this through the course of the season. This is the extent of Arctic sea ice from the IARC JAXA, and the 2012 season is shown in red here. It's the red line running down here, and you can see other years are shown on the chart too. The minimum year that was readily taken as the lowest so far was 2007, which is the black line there, and you can see here that 2012 is coming well below that. However, you do have to bear in mind that these records only extend back to 1979, so we don't know what's normal at the moment and what isn't normal. There has been without doubt a period of rapid melting across the Arctic during this season, and you can see that it did try to come back up again a few days ago, but it's dropped off. What we'll find pretty soon is that actually the temperatures turn and these levels will start to increase quite markedly around the corner here. So that's where we are at the moment with Arctic sea ice. Global warming, well, you've only got data going back to 1979, so really you've got to put a massive question mark over that and doubt any news reports that include mention of global warming when we're talking about the extent of Arctic sea ice, and use these sort of charts because we just don't have the data to back up what they're saying. Now, what was the next one that I was going to show you? I've got to remember. Oh yeah, that's these. This is the GFS ensemble, and what I wanted you to notice on here is, let's just bring it back to today. There's today's chart. You see how we've got heights above normal across the UK, across much of the Atlantic, the jet stream being squeezed away to the north of Scotland there. But what I want you to notice is how the amplitude of this trough over the States digs in during the next few days. What that does then is it causes a reciprocal ridge to build across the central Atlantic, and that in turn causes a reciprocal trough to develop across the eastern parts of the UK and into Europe. Now, when we get a pattern like this set up, this really starts to become tricky to move, and you'll notice how if we just skip forward here by several days, this is the 25th of September, so this is Tuesday the 25th, and notice how that trough is really elongated, look, through the British Isles, and you just notice that really that trough doesn't go anywhere, it just stays in position, and it's very difficult to get rid of a trough like that. You see the ridge just stays out in the Atlantic. Naturally the ensemble tries to go back into a westerly by the end of its forecast run, so it does weaken it off considerably, and you do tend to get this level of smoothing going through. But the indications are that once that trough gets in, it's stuck in there for several days, and of course the question becomes, when does it get in? Well, let's just go through the charts here. You can see it's there even by Wednesday, look, over towards the east of the country, but we need to watch for this ridge, and when that ridge builds, that's when the trough really starts to dig in, and there's the building taking place, look, next Sunday into Monday. So it really is the next weekend into the beginning of the week after that things really turn in to this ridge trough system, and really that's a signal then that is stuck in for a week or so. So the end of September then I think is certainly shaping up to be cool and rather unsettled across the country. Here's the frontal charts for tomorrow. Got a cold front that just slips southeastwards. We might have some heavy rain on this across northern England during the course of Sunday, but I think it will clear away southeastwards as we go through Sunday night. It should clear the southern coast of the country, I think, by the early part of Monday morning. And then what we're going to find is some drier and also some bright weather just coming in from the west as the front itself clears out of the way. So I think once that's gone, that was the midnight on Monday, you see here that we've got this polar maritime flow that's coming in from the west during the course of Monday, and I think we just find it turning brighter and quite cool through the course of Monday itself. So let's go through the ensemble then and see what's on here for the coming days. This is the position as of midday today. High pressure down towards the south, low pressure up towards the north. And as I run through the sequence here, what you'll notice is that that high really just stays down towards the south of the country. Here's tomorrow's front trying to clear its way eastwards. It does eventually get out of the way, and then we're just left with sunny spells and showers through the course of Monday. Quite a cool flow there. Look, if you trace the isobars back, coming in from the pole, so it is going to be quite cool. I've reached builds out in the Atlantic by the time we're getting into Tuesday. Tuesday, I think, quite a bright day, some good sunny spells around, 1 or 2 showers for northern and western coast, but elsewhere it looks as if it should be a generally dry day. Heading into Wednesday, and very similar conditions really with this northwesterly flow setting in, so it should be dry. I think we'll find sunny spells. Cold morning on Wednesday though, and I think cold again overnight into Thursday, and it wouldn't surprise me if by Thursday morning we're not seeing a touch of ground frost. Now, it looks as if by the time we're getting in towards Thursday and Friday, we're getting low pressure developing across western parts of Scotland. This is the start of the trough coming through. Now, watch what happens in the subsequent days. There's Thursday afternoon with rain across the west. This is Friday morning, and just watch how that low digs in. That's the first bit of the trough coming in. So it brings us sunny spells and showers, most of the showers in the north and the west, and then just watch what happens through next weekend. Much colder, much more unsettled weather air is going to be trying to move in, and that's going to be bringing sunshine and showers, particularly during the back end of next weekend into the beginning of the week after. And just look at that low as it moves in. That low really is something quite significant. It's going to be cold, it's going to be unsettled, it's going to be bringing showers, and some of those showers will be quite heavy. And just notice here how we're moving on in 12-hour steps here, and just notice how the low gets stuck in position. Look, here's that strong ridge out to the west. This is now blocked out, and once that gets in, nothing can break through to come in from the west to break down this low that's over the top of us. And you just notice here, look, how that low just stays in position, and highs out to the west, we've got high out to the east, so there's our low in between, and that low just continues to circulate. It brings further showers, further outbreaks of rain, more cool weather, and then another one comes in from the north to replace it, and we get back into the same old pattern once again. So I think this idea that I've had for some time of this cooler, more unsettled end to September certainly looks like it's on the cards. When does it break? Difficult to tell at the moment. I think it might just break down to westerly through the beginning of October, and the CFS has always hinted at October being quite a wet month, so I think we could start off October fairly unsettled, fairly mobile, with pretty strong winds, and it may well be mid to late October before we see any settling off in conditions. So lots of information there for you. Hopefully that's been useful. Thanks again for watching. Keep the sun shining, and a reminder that the site's kept free of charge by the adverts you see around the screen. So thanks again for watching, keep the sun shining, and bye for now.